And we're back with my main man, Michael, who's fresh from the NRA annual meeting in Dallas, Texas. And I'm looking forward to hearing everything that happened. Man, what's up?
Not too much. Had a great trip, great experience, met some good people. And overall, it was a good day. It was a good day. Well, actually, it was a good weekend, but
How did it start for you?
Started off kind of rough. If you'll follow me on Instagram, I put some pictures up of me like at the airport, and an explosion happened at the airport or whatever happened in the background in Atlanta. That freaked me out because I don't like to fly.
I know that.
Oh yeah, I can't stand flying, man. I can't stand it. My experience of sitting on an airplane, the seat in front of me was all on top of my knees on all trips. So I think that was a new norm in the plane industry where they took away the space and put more seats in so they can get more money. But as soon as I touched down in Dallas, it was game on. It was like, let the party begin.
For anybody who's never been to the NRA annual meeting, what do you see when you first show up?
The first thing I noticed was all the cameras, all the security, and just the abundance of people. If you've never been to Dallas, Dallas has a lot of tall buildings. So the downtown area, that kind of freaked me out because, the tall buildings and anything could have happened because, the president was there, of course, and they had certain roads blocked off, but it was just the way the area was. I don't think they could have covered every avenue that they wanted to. But outside of that, it was the protesters, the people who was coming in, and the different celebrities walking around, the vendors. It was, like I said, it was a unique experience. If you never did it, I would say do it.
87,000 people walking around. How'd you find people?
Just walking, like literally, I was walking. I'll see somebody, and I'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, "Hey, you want to take a picture?" "Yeah, let's take a picture." It was like that easy.
And the floor is set up how? Like a gun show?
Yeah, it was set up like a gun show, but the hall that they used, it was a bi-level. So one part was lower, then you hit these stairs, and then it was just like a upper level floor, and then it was more. But like how they had the numbers, but the number of booths, I want to say went up, I want to say 15,000 or something crazy like that. So it was like walking, you couldn't do it all in just one day. You could have walked around it all in one day, but you wouldn't have been able to say specifically, "Oh yeah, I seen this, I saw that, I saw that." But you literally had to break it up amongst 3 days if you was trying to see everything.
All right, so you got booths and people and just 87,000 people floating around. What some good things that happened to you on the first day?
Some of the first day, I just say I had like a lot of interesting conversations because when you come across like other YouTube celebrities, some of the people you thought would be buttholes were actually down to earth, real cool, and just genuinely like, "Hey, tell me what you think." Like literally asking me for my opinion, and they're like, "Hey, I'm following your content. You got good content. I like it." I was like, "Hey, thanks. That means a lot."
Didn't know you was a star.
Yeah, honestly, like I told you, I didn't know the impact that I projected, eluded as much as it did. But I had fun. Like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw the pictures I put up, the videos I put up. Every now and then, little skits I put up, and those are like right on the rim. Like there was no thought in that. It was like right then and there, hit record and just go with it. And I think a lot of people like that little skit I did in the car, with Kevin and my buddy Darrell.
Good stuff, man.
Oh yeah, it was fun. Like I said, a couple companies that really caught my eye was Enforce Flashlight, and I had my eye on this company for a long time, and I was been trying to make a determination which flashlight I want to get. If I want to get one for my handgun, my rifle, or just handheld. I'm not opposed to a flashlight on any platform. It's just I'm not really used to having a flashlight on my handgun, you know. But I feel more comfortable with the flashlight on my rifle. But this little character right here, 700 looms handheld, and I got it. So I was like, yeah, I'm glad I got it, you know. And I was always that guy that was, you know, like get a flashlight, throw it in a bag. But this one right here, I don't know how they do it, or they just put forth the technology to make it easier. Because you know how other stuff is complicated and you gotta hit the button 4 times to do whatever. This one is real easy. It feels comfortable in your hand. It's not too heavy. You know, it's well organized. So, but I really like this flashlight though.
Is that one made to go on the rail of your handgun or just for handheld?
No, this is just handheld. But I wouldn't be surprised if somebody comes up with something where you can attach it to your the rail of your rifle. But then it goes back to like the remember when Surefire first started doing that, and it was like you had the handheld, but it was just an attachment. I wouldn't see why this wouldn't be done the same way, you know. But their flashlight series is more ergonomical for your grip because they just got the push pad like on the flashlight. So like if you got the C grip or however you want to hold it, it's just like a little lever. You just push in, the light comes on.
All right, cool. What's the name of this company again?
Enforce. Yeah, Enforce.
All right.
Flashlights. So, like I said, I'm a big fan of their products, and I literally every day I want to say I went to their booth about 4 times every day.
Oh, you was a fan.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've always liked their products, you know, and anytime, you know, like when I make a purchase on anything, you know, I contemplate if I really need it or if I really want it, you know, because I do the whole weighing of want and need. But I had to jump on one of these, so very beneficial for everyday use, you know, not just a tactical scenario, you know, you're driving down the road, get a flat tire or whatever, hey, you got a light that light up your area of work, you know, do what you got to do, get back on the road, get back to safety.
What is the type of battery that it uses?
That CR123.
Okay.
It takes 2 of them. So let me open it up right quick. So it just takes those little CR123 batteries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so waterproof also. You know, I think it's waterproof up to like 66 feet.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they made it ideal for a soldier, but overall, you know, like I said, it's good for everyday use. You know, but those guys were real easy to talk to. All the questions I was throwing at them, they answered them. It wasn't like, oh Lord, here he come again. It was like, hey, what else you want to ask? Come on over here. You know, we'll hook you up. So, but I was asking a ton of questions about the product though. But,
cool, man.
Yeah.
Spent some time with Ken Dixie too, right?
Kevin, yeah, me and Kevin.
Kevin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we hung out, running around with that guy. That was like a fun time right there. You know, good conversations, and he's like you. He knows a little bit of everybody, so he was introducing me to a bunch of people. Great guy.
Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
His the post and the interview that you did with him is still being checked out. Folks really like that interview.
Oh yeah, Kevin's he's a talker with a vision. You know, his whole thing is he wants to get aiming for the truth out there. If you actually look up aiming for the truth, the breakdown of it is common sense to be like, why isn't everybody jumping on this? You know, so I think it's one of those platforms. Once it really gets out and people actually see it 1 or 2 times, then everybody's going to be like, yeah, I want this, I want that. Let me get it. You know.
Cool. Oh, yeah. All right. So the next day or that evening, did you go out to any of the fancy parties and get-togethers? Or
I went to this Brownells event. It was at a cigar bar, and what was the name of it? Cigar and Guns. I think that's what it was called. That was very unique. But you know, it's like that's what all the celebrities were, and everybody was just sitting there, just talking and sharing ideas, and you know, politicking, of course, you know, doing the whole, hey, I like this, I don't like this, or what do you think about this? And but it was a good get together to actually see people, you know, talking about the same interests, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I didn't see anybody tweak out like, "Oh my gosh, this is so and so. Oh, I'm in the same presence of so and so." I didn't see any of that. So, but like I said, it was really good. I never really walked into a cigar environment before. I know that's your thing. You would have had a blast there. I did take a picture because Hank was doing an interview with the people. Hank Strange.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing a video with one of the workers in the humidifier room.
Mm-hmm.
This humidifier room, they had a regular room with like your average cigars, and then they had a safe in the humidifier room that you can walk into with the more expensive cigars. But you know, when I walk in there, because you know I'm not a smoker, I was like, man, it smells really good in here. So I took a picture of it, and I'm like, this face, like, oh wow, this is like shocking. So, got it on Instagram also, but I already knew. I was like, man, if you would have been here, I know you would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna stay here for a little bit longer. Y'all go ahead and do y'all thing. You know,
Conversations happen at cigar bars.
yeah, it was a lot of interesting conversations there. A lot of interesting conversations. Like I said, I talked with a couple YouTube celebrities, and a lot of them was like, hey, I want to do something with you. Let's talk. Here's my card. Give me a call. We'll put something
Good
together.
deal.
I was like, okay, we could do that. Yeah.
Like who?
You got I don't know if you ever heard of 180-second ideas. Yeah, this guy is he is hilarious. He is like a comedian. So if you haven't
I seen the Instagram picture.
yeah, so if you haven't checked out his show, go check out his show. He wants to do an interview, so I'm gonna get him on Black Man with the Gun podcast one of a few days. Straight comedian. I laughed every time we talk.
That's a win right there.
Yeah, that's a big win right there. And then you have another guy. His name was Grand Thumb. You know, great guy. He does like product reviews and you know, give his ideas and thoughts of whatever he tests and reviews. Another great guy. He wanted to do something, so we're gonna talk about putting some stuff together. And if you don't know who he is, if you know who Travis Haley is, it was a joke going around saying he's the son of Travis Haley. You know, and I think Travis Haley jumped in on it 1 or 2 times and was like, he just caught on, and everybody thought it was for real, but it was a joke, you know, of course. You know, but like I said, overall, had some great conversations with the people of Proper. I had a good conversation with them. Had a good conversation with Fiochi Ammo.
Nice.
Yeah, so,
Good people.
Oh man, those guys at Fiocchi, they are
I like them.
so laid back.
Yeah, I like them.
Man, I was like, I thought I was cool, but jokers are cool as a fan. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, man, next time we got to do it. I know they're doing something.
It's happening.
Yeah, they're doing like the Kerry Guard in September. That's in Richmond, Virginia. So if anything, I think we need to link up and.
Well, that's home.
Oh yeah.
In between us.
Yeah. Also, I met the guy from Guns for Hire Radio out of New Jersey.
Anthony Calandro.
Man, that guy is the real deal.
Yeah, he is.
I like that guy, like that. So we talked, and he had asked if I was willing to come on to his show, and I told him I would, because like when I first started talking to him, he was like, "You know Ken Blanchard?" He said, "That's my brother. I know Ken Blanchard." I was like, "Yeah, that's my man right there." And then he pulled out his phone, and I was like, "Okay, is he gonna call or is he gonna text?" Like that. And then when we just sat there and we started talking, and then he came back, he said, "Okay, you verified. You want to get on the show?" That was pretty funny though. It was pretty funny. So real cool guy. Real cool guy. He told me some stories, and I'm sitting there like, are you serious? But at the same time, I was laughing. I was like, oh my goodness, man, this is somebody I can really vibe with.
Yeah, yeah, he is really good people.
Oh yeah. But it was a lot of good products out there. A couple people I was trying to see, like I was trying to find Chris Chang. I wrote him on Instagram and told him I was going to look for him, and but he never got back with me and told me what booths he was going to be at and what time.
Okay.
It was a couple people who actually told me they seen him, but at the same time, nobody can actually tell me like, okay, he's here, you know. But you know how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Have to get Chris on the show then.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm a big fan of him. Yeah,
so the three of us can talk.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of Chris.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I talked to him a couple times, but like I said, it's always been on social media. I never talked to him like in person. You know.
Yeah, we'll fix that.
Oh yeah, I think I might be geeked out behind that one though.
Yeah, Chris is cool too.
Yeah, real cool. You know, and like I said, ran into the people who I associate with on a regular. You know, Kim from Provectus Group. Ran into Maj Teray, he was out there. Hank Strange, he was out there. Kevin Dixie, of course, that's who I was actually rolling with. And it was a lot of people out there. What's his name? John Patton from the Gun Collective, ran into him. Iraqi veteran 888.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ran into him, talked to him.
You know them YouTube people.
Oh yeah, man. It's like the way I actually ran into him was when we was at the cigar Brownell's get together. I was gathering the chairs, me and Kevin, we was gathering chairs and making a circle so we can have a discussion, and we was gonna try to catch it on video, but it was kind of dark, so it didn't really work out. So when we grabbing the chairs, you know, I'm walking around, I saw an empty chair and I was like, yo, is anybody sitting here? And the guy was like, no, go ahead, you can take it. So when I went back and get the third chair, it was a bag leaned up against the chair, and I was like, hey, is anybody using this chair? And then the one guy who was sitting in the other chair, he just looked at me like, I don't know. So I was like, okay, well, if it's a big deal, I'm gonna take it. But if somebody cries about it, I'll bring it back. You know, and then right when I went to go grab the chair, this voice was like, hey, you can take it. Just make sure that bag right there, just put it up against the wall. And I turned around, I looked, it was Iraqi veteran. So I just walked over to him, shook his hand, and was like, hey man, I like your work, like that, and we'll talk later. So he was like, okay, sounds good. You know, because he had like a group of like 15 people around him.
Yeah. It's like being in a galaxy. You got all these stars and constellations and planets got their own groups. You know, everybody just clustered around certain people.
Oh yeah. It like I said, it was an adventure. It was really an adventure, you know. But I wanted to see, because somebody had showed me a picture they had took that somebody had that folding Glock.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, it transforms like it was a block, looked like a cell phone, and then you whip it out as actual handgun. I was looking for that, but everybody kept saying the booth is not here. Somebody had it and they was walking around showing it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, but like I said, when I was there, the only people who I was specifically looking for to talk to was Tim Kennedy and Chris Chang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those are the two people I didn't see, but I ran into everybody else.
That wasn't bad.
Oh yeah. So, but that was a huge event.
What was the worst thing you saw?
Being product or just overall?
Just overall. Didn't care to see it again. Sorry you saw it. Negative thing, if anything.
Yeah, the one negative thing I can actually say is the food that they were selling within the convention center. It was like overpriced. They was like gouging, like the movie gouging. Selling hot dog for $5.75, you know, and I was like, really? You know, but then too, once you put it in perspective, if you was to go to a restaurant that was within a 2-mile radius of the convention center, it like a lot of homeless people, or, you know, however you want to word it, would always come up to you and like, hey, you got $1 you can spare? You know, you got 87,000 people and everybody trying to go to McDonald's or whatever the case may be. You don't want to get harassed like that, you know, constantly. So the security portion of it is, I'll pay $5.75 for a hot dog, you know. But what we would do is we would eat before we go there, and then we'll eat again once we leave, you know, go to a restaurant. But
so poverty was a big deal in Dallas.
Honestly, I don't know if poverty is a big deal in it. I just know when we went to the gas station,
panhandlers.
Yeah, it was the panhandlers there. And the one morning I stopped by McDonald's just to get, because it was right there next to the convention center. I just stopped there to get like a cup of Powerade, you know, like let me get a Powerade. And like, you know, 2 people just came up to me and was like, hey, you got some change or $1 you can spare, you know. But if that was an issue for anybody, like I can see the concern, because, you know, if you're not from there, you don't know what to expect. But then again, you know, always need to keep your head on the swivel, you know, your security up.
Yeah. There's people who come to events knowing that there's a crowd of people, trade events, conventions, all the negatives also come. So that's a thought too. People don't talk about security outside the convention or security outside the place.
Oh yeah. Well, I can tell you, security on the inside, it was on. You know, I know you know Argo J. He's doing his video project called Black Ops. And you know, he was videotaping, like he'll talk to people, set up his camera, pull people over to him and start talking to them. And I guess he wanted to get like an aerial shot of the convention floor. So he pulled out a drone, and the drone started flying, and security like swarmed in on him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like, really? I didn't see it, but they was telling me about it like when we went to dinner.
Should have had some prior heads up to that, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know, the whole security, like I said, I didn't realize security was that tight there, because like even when I was walking around, I didn't see any cameras like in the ceilings or anything. And I had asked that question, like, yo, do they got cameras in here? And it was like, yeah, they got cameras in here. You know, they got security guards walking around in plain clothes, like looking like a fan or whatever case may be. And I was like, oh, okay.
And
because it was, say again?
And Secret Service.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Secret Service was there. But my whole thing was, you know, like how those people, like the distributors, they'll have like products right there. And if you look at it, it really wasn't like anybody was looking at some of the product, and you could have just walked by and picked it up and throw it in a bag. And I just saw this one guy, he was looking kind of like sketchy. And that's the only reason I asked that question. And they was like, yeah, they got security here. It's like top-notch security. So you might put it in your bag, but you ain't gonna make it to the door. You know.
Cool, man. Cool. All right. So you liked what you saw. You had a lot of good interaction with folks. You took a lot of good pictures. And any products other than the flashlight and the foldable Glock that you saw that was new, that was cool?
It was like a lot of apparel that was new. I know Proper, they kept some new clothing, you know, like the cargo pants. And I'm a big fan of the cargo pants, of course, if you know, if you're doing any type of training. And because you know, all the extra pockets, you can carry extra stuff with you. And I actually tried on a pair of their pants, and I was actually really impressed. You know,
they fit you.
Yeah, they fit really good. Really good.
You're a tall dude, so I didn't know whether they had, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, like what they actually ended up doing, the pair that I tried on, you know, waist-wise, it was good. It felt comfortable. But if you look at my ankles, they looked a little hot water. We took it back to the 70s.
Okay. yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I was like, all right, they're gonna be at his knees because Mike is tall, Jack.
Yeah. So I think the pants that I actually tried on, it was like the waist was like 36, but the length was 32. And of course, you know, the lady who was helping me, I was like, these are not going to work. She said, well, we can just order them for you and have them melt to your house. And I was like, okay, well, cool. I like that. You know, so the material felt good. Felt comfortable on the waist. It's just the length wasn't there. So when we got up there and we started ordering it, she was like, well, what size would you like? And I was like 36, 36. And then she like looked and said, yeah, you are a tall guy. And I was like, okay, let's get it. And she said, okay, it'll be to your house. So one day this week it'll be showing up at the house. It was another gun company. You ever heard of this company called I think it was called Unique AR-15s or Unique Rifles. It was something like that.
Did you take an Instagram picture of it?
I didn't, because at that time my phone was dead.
Okay.
But Hank actually got a picture of it. Now I'm pretty sure if I go on his Instagram, I can steal the picture off of it. But this company, they did this like rail on the AR-15 of the eagle and the American flag, and it was so much detail into it. It was like very different. So I know the name of the company was Unique. It was either like Unique AR-15 or Unique Rifles or something. But that was a unique piece of art that really caught my attention.
Nice.
Oh yeah. A lot of knife guys, you know, the knife companies were out there. I'm not really a knife guy. Like I could pick it up and tell you, oh, this is this model and this type of steel. But it was a lot of knife companies out there.
There's a friend of mine out there from Medford Knife and Tool, really sharp dude, and he has some really high-end blades. You can like punch a drum with this thing. I saw his Instagram. He said he had a good show, so whatever that meant. So that was good.
Oh yeah. I know I don't know how it worked out, but it seemed like every 2 hours it was always a backup at certain booths. You know, so like you'll walk past one booth 2 or 3 times and the road is like the path is clear, but then like probably about an hour later you go there and it's like, excuse me, you almost want to push people out your way because they're backed up. But then again, you know, like when people are giving out free stuff, it's always going to cause that chaotic period.
They also have special guests. Sometimes the booth will host some celebrity will be there.
Yeah, that's how it was. Coleon had a booth out there also.
His Pew Pew Life thing.
Yeah, when we walked over to talk to him, we actually walked over there the first time, but we left and then we came back, and it kind of died down when we came back. So it was like a little bit more time to talk and everything.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but he had like a large following. I remember when you had said the last time you went to the I can't remember if it was SHOT or the NRA.
It was SHOT.
Yeah, and you said he had security around him, but I was actually surprised he didn't have security around him this time around.
Oh, he's fixed there. One spy is at the booth.
Yeah, but you know, like he went to Mossberg. I think that's how it went with him. Like he was at his booth, went to Mossberg, came back to his booth, and then he went to Federal, and then came back to his booth. I think that's how it went for him or something like that.
Nice. Yeah, I'm really happy for that guy. He's doing well.
Oh yeah, he's doing awesome. Real awesome. You know, and it was kind of amazing, like just sitting there watching the different people like walk up and like they'll buy a shirt, he'll sign it, and they'll be like, hey, let's take a picture. And you know, he wasn't like one of those guys I was like, oh, okay, and then throw on a fake smile. You know, he was real genuine, whereas it was more along the lines of like, hey, thank you. You want a picture? Like that? Yeah, come on. And then like he'll like, you want him in the picture? Let's do it. Like very down to earth and real genuine.
Yeah.
You know, so I think the NRA, they picked the right person to mold to the image that they was trying to shape for whatever they was doing. Because he's a good-hearted individual.
Yeah, he is.
Very down to earth.
All right, cool, man. Anything I didn't ask you, or did I interrupted you? Did you wanted to tell us about the NRA and your time?
Like I said, a lot of stuff that I did when I was out there talking to people. I'm gonna do a lot of different projects with the people that I came across that I'm committed to.
Nice.
Outside of that, I do believe that you were a showstopper because everybody who stopped me was like, "Hey, where's Ken?" And literally, it was like this, looking over their shoulder, like, "Oh, he's gonna walk up any moment now," you know. But like, you know, he had other, you know, activities he had to take care and attend to. But we need to make time and for the next one. We need to make time and go to the next one.
Where is the next one? You know,
The next annual meeting, I think it's in Indiana.
okay.
But I think the next event for the NRA is the Kerry Guard event. But I don't know if that's going to be on a smaller scale or a larger scale.
Oh, it'll be definitely be smaller.
Yeah, but that's going on in Richmond, Virginia. But that's in September as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, that's closer to you, so we can do it.
Yeah, there's also the gun rights policy conference that happens in September. What's but we'll see. We'll see what's happening.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can unofficially start the road trip.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's it right there. But yeah, like I said, overall, had a great time. I was actually, like I said, looking for the two people, Tim Kennedy and Chris Chang. Didn't see them, of course, but it was just more so, you know, like, hey, what's up? Just wanting to talk outside of audio equipment, you know, and just get a perspective on, because, you know, like Tim is real busy, but I know Chris is working on another project that something he's putting together, you know, and I just wanted clarification on what he was actually working on, you know, so I can be like, okay, I can support you, or whatever you need help with, let me know, you know, type of thing. And then just sit down and just talk to him, you know. 'Cause I think we'll have a great conversation, you know.
All right, cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Met my man Jerry Mishlik also.
Oh yeah, yeah, the legend.
Yeah, like I said, if it was a range close by, I would have been like, "Hey, your finger ready? I'm gonna show you what mine can do." But yeah,
That's cool.
I'm nowhere fast as that guy. You know?
No, he's like almost inhuman.
Yeah, that's what I was like, man. That somebody put a chip in your head or something when you were born. Yeah, that guy's like remember that TV show? What was it called? The $1 Million Man or
$6 million man.
$6 Million Man? Yeah, yeah, that's Jerry Mishlik right there. Yeah,
All
but
right, cool.
I met his wife and his daughter also. Great people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, everybody who I met there all had great hearts. Nobody had like the big egos or anything. Everybody was just happy to be there. You know. Yeah.
That's all right there.
Oh yeah, met this little competition shooter, little female. Right?
Oh yeah, from Missouri.
Yeah. Alpha Addie is her handle on social media, and she's going to be a force to be. Yeah, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with when she gets older. And I'm pretty sure JM4 Tactical is going to sponsor her for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, because she is like really good, really good. But then again, if you're young like she is, doing what she's doing, and if she stays with it, it's going to pan out for her. It's going to pan out for her. You know.
True that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Little girl, she was on top of it, really on top of it. Yeah. So, what you have going on this weekend?
This weekend we ain't doing nothing. We relaxing. Just letting everything settle and getting ready for the future. Actually going to try to line up some stuff, get with you offline and plan some stuff out. I got to do better planning. That's my whole thing. Plan stuff out, put it on paper, put it on the calendar, and then roll with it. Because there's stuff that's happening, and if you wait to the last minute, then that's when you say, I can't make it because it came up too quick. But if you plan it, we can do better. So I'm going to try to do better with my stuff here in the next couple of months.
Got you. Well, you know, summertime is here, so phone calls and getting on the road, that ain't nothing. We can always make anything work. You know how I go. Yeah, but anyway. overall, everything's been good. I like the people who I met. I like the contacts, the networking aspect of everything behind the scenes. Um, Also, I did like Hank show yesterday. Then I did another interview from
I love Hank.
oh yeah, Hank is my man. There's another podcast called Tactical Pay.
Oh yeah, they're new.
Yeah, so they hit me up and asked me to do an interview with them. So I did that with them yesterday as well. But when I was talking to the guy, he limits his interviews to like 30 minutes. So when we was talking after the recording, he was like, "Man, I definitely need to get you back because your story is really interesting." I was like, "Hey, man, whenever you want to talk, just let me know. I'm there for you." You know. But like I said, overall, like I said, I had fun. I really had fun. You know. But we definitely got to link up and do the next show, the next convention. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't know about the carry guard till you just told me.
Oh yeah. And the only reason I know about that one, I was sitting next to Kevin, who was out in Kentucky. I think that's where we was at. And he was talking to somebody on the telephone, and he had actually mentioned it because he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll go to Virginia if I can make it." Then when he got off the phone, he was like, "Hey, you want to go to Kerry Guard?" And I was like, "Where's it gonna be at?" Because I think it was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be in St. Louis, and they moved it because something else was going on in St. Louis, and they didn't want to like be overshadowed or overcrowded area, so they moved it to Virginia. So, I can't remember the story exactly how he said it, but I just know it got moved to Virginia.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the wrap up?
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, like I said, right now the only thing I'm doing is I'm still planning these projects I want to do as far as the registering people to vote and figuring out a way to get peace officers of the law into jiu-jitsu. You know, still planning, aiming for the truth to come to Columbia on the 21st of July. So you're about to start seeing flyers and blasting that all over social media. Outside of that, you can catch me on the range. You can catch me on the podcast. You know, hit me up, send me a message. Let's talk. You know, but outside of that, that's all I have. You know.
All right, my man.
All right. So until next time, keep shooting, keep practicing, and have fun. Back to you, Ken.
All right, my man.